Hey, hey. What's up? What's up? Alright, what's up, sweet misery? No open. Anyone else that's lurking? So I wasn't going to go live tonight, and I heard something that I just have to address. Alright, let me start by saying the reason why I sounded weird earlier today, because I had just woken up, so my voice was a little scratchy. I've been working like 11 and 12-hour days for the last 2 weeks, and I'm tired. You know, like a real tired, not like a fake drug tired. So, yes, I'm in my blazer. It's serious. So, for someone to go live and all of a sudden make fun of my voice, you didn't even listen to the fucking lives, but you pick the one from today and you started talking shit? Really, dude? I only listened to about 10 minutes of it, but I'm going to address it. And I heard it was pretty intense. I'm not sure how to begin. If you are going to respond to a live, you might want to listen to the whole scenario first. Shady, I got a message for you. You're really holding a grudge because I sat on a panel with Molly in 2022? Are you fucking for real? And I'm sorry that I sat on a panel with somebody that was trying to dox you. Not Laura was trying to dox you. And to be honest with you, I don't even fucking remember it. You'll find out, Janessa. But last time I sat on panel with Molly was probably 2022? Maybe? Maybe 20... No, because I got cancer in 2023. Hey, Denise. I got cancer in 2023, so it couldn't have been 2023. So it had to be 2022. Denise, do you remember the last time I sat on panel with Marissa? I'm saying it had to be 2022, maybe early 2023. But we're now almost in 2026. Hey, Tony. So Shady says to Sinner today, says, oh, and she was on a panel when Molly tried to dox me. So instead of Sinner asking like what year this was, no, that would have been too easy. He's like, oh my God, see, I don't know much about her. I don't know her past. It was 2022. Thank you, Tony. I couldn't remember. I knew that I haven't been on panel with Molly long before I had cancer, which was 2023. So, yeah, it's been at least 3 years. But I guess Shady's holding this grudge against me from 2023 or 2022, which I just found out about tonight, by the way. It never been brought up previously, only tonight. So, Sinner goes live, and of course, never watched any of my streams from the last few days, runs with the bullshit that people tell him, and all of a sudden, Laura's so horrible. Okay, Sinner. That's the way you want to play it? We'll play it that way. First of all, I know, it was a long time ago. First of all, Sinner, just like everybody else, I am entitled to my motherfucking opinion. That doesn't make me wrong. There are many people that have the same opinion as me. Many addicts have the same opinion as me. For you to come, and again, I only heard about 10 minutes of it. For you to come on, oh, like, Laura, why would you do that? And blah, blah, blah. Why would I do what? Why would I give my opinion? Because I can. Why do I believe Brittany is taking prescription pills? Because it's fucking obvious. And I see she's on her absolute best behavior right now. I am not a hater. I do not hate Brittany. I do not ever want to go over, with Clue and all them. No, thank you. And then you have Brittany in that chat with this bullshit. All right, you ready for this? Brittany says in Sinner's chat, and Laura's lost her mind. She just wants to use my name for views. Brittany, I'm not a hater, but I might become one. For you to think that this is about views, you are one sick bitch. And I mean that in the most obvious way. Only someone in active addiction would think like that. No joke. Because many people who care for you, like literally who care for you, are all saying the same thing. So why are you singling me out? Are you using me for money and views? I'm just curious. Because again, there's many people that believe you are a wish version of Natasha Cooper. And there's also many people that believe that you're on prescription pills. Now, the haters think you're on all sorts of other drugs. I don't. And never did. But when you come back and you lie and say it's all about views, it tells me everything I need to know. And it tells me what a fake-ass fucking bitch you are. Because instead of telling Sinner the truth, and instead of leading the path of the truth, you're no better than the fucking people coming after you. Because what you did was fake as fuck. You know damn well that I'm not a fucking hater. Oh, she did say that. I saw it myself. You know damn well I'm not a fucking hater. There's something called tough love that maybe you should learn what it is, because all of these people that are enabling you are not your fucking friends. And one day when you own what you're doing, and eventually it will come out, I promise you. When that day happens and all these people look like fucking idiots, just like Cam and Allie's people did, yeah, we'll see who apologizes. 6 Up today had her daughter on. What a really great kid. I don't know if I'd call her a kid, because she has a family of her own, so she's not a kid, but she's 6 Up's kid. 6 Up did a thing about addiction. Did a live about addiction earlier, and it was actually really good. I was painting and I was listening, but I want to play what her daughter said. 6 Up had brought up, the whole situation and everything that happened, and the daughter was stating, from a perspective of a child who grows up in a home with alcoholics and drug addicts. And I guess the daughter has taken classes and stuff on addiction, and it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. BJ turned into this poor me, help me grifter. I'm so over this. Give her a miss? What do you mean a miss? Give her a sit the fuck down? I'll give her that. And I apologize, I didn't have it pulled up. I just walked in the door like 10 minutes ago. Like, no joke. Alright, 6, live. I know it was towards the end.
So do the relationships that are destroyed. They take time. Who has a child, a couple children there with her, and
okay, I think this is it. Wow, that was good. I got that fast.
Right.
Look, I would not be. I
around a lot, and she almost immediately confessed to me about the relapse and being fresh out of that relapse. You know.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is where it starts. Oh, to give a miss, to ignore. I'm more pissed at Sinner, Tony. I really am. Especially how I've stuck up for this man tenfold, and he just totally dismisses me for a bunch of fucking subs. It was, like I said, I listened to about 10 minutes of it, and I was just like, whoa. Are you fucking for real? And he didn't even listen to any of the streams, any of the evidence, nothing. That told me everything I needed to know. Like, he didn't even bother to ask anybody, like, well, what made Laura change her mind? No, that would have been too easy. Because then he would have found out that, hey, she was actually going after Granny and then saw the nod out. Let me take a look at that nod out. Nah, he didn't do any of that. He just placated his fucking subscribers, you know, to get those super chats or whatever. It was fucking gross. And after about 10 minutes, I turned it off. And the sick part is, Bad Wolf has been warning me forever. Block him. Get him out. He's not going to help you. He's a fucking snake. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, Bad Wolf, you're wrong. He's a good dude. But you know what? Bad Wolf was fucking right the whole time. Because every time Sinner said something nice, he followed it up with something bad. It was always like, I'm going to give you another chance, but blah, blah. You know what? I don't need your chances, dude. I don't need fucking shit from you. What I do need is to have non-fake ass people in my fucking life. Ones that actually stand for something, and it's not about subs. Don't fucking tell me that you're not about subs, because you placate to all your subs. And let me tell you something else. And I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I learned something very valuable from Keemstar, and he was right, and I stand by it. If you placate your subs and you cater to your subs, you will never have a channel. You will never succeed. When you are passionate about what you do and you're honest with what you do, it'll happen. And you know what? He's right, because I've always believed, build it and they will come. Totally different than, oh, you don't like this one. Okay, well, let's get rid of them. Or, oh, you don't like this person, so, you know, yeah, I'm not sure if I like them either, but sit the fuck down with this bullshit. Yeah. All right, Tony, I was dumbfounded. And, like, if he watched it or something, I get it. He never even watched it. He didn't know why I fucking said anything, why things change, nothing. He just fucking ran his mouth instantly. Fuck you. Alright. Let's check this out. And this, coincides with drug addiction. I thought he was smarter than that too, Janessa. I truly did.
No, they also say that you get kind of a little bit stunted at the age that you first have a child.
And then when you first start
yes,
using,
and so
right? And active addiction and do all of the things, and people will be like, oh, they're addicted, but they're still,
right.
Look, I would not be, I am not that addict.
That was not something you were
It's not
capable
me.
of doing.
No.
You were not
No.
able to take a little and be like, okay, now I'm going to do the day stuff. The
No.
only option was to take it almost to the brink of overdose and then be like, I'm not high right now. Look at me chewing this food. And then you would fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't
My
take it like my
receptors.
on the other
Right.
hand, also because, my dad has ADHD in the like chemical.
Right.
Okay.
Who has a child, a couple children there with her, and
Was to take it almost on the other
Right.
hand.
right.
Okay.
Who has a child, a couple children there, right? And active addiction and do all of the things, and people will be like, oh, they're addicted, but they're still,
Right.
Look, I would not be, I am not that addict.
That was not something you were
It's not
capable
me.
of doing.
No.
You were not
No.
able to take a little and be like, okay, now I'm going to do
No.
the day stuff. The
No.
only option was to take it almost to the brink of overdose and then be like, I'm not high right now. Look at me chewing this food. And then you would fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't
My
take it like my
receptors.
dad on the other
Right.
hand, also because, my dad has ADHD in the like chemical sense. So when he does heroin, he's all jacked up like he's on meth, and when he does meth, he goes to sleep like he's on heroin. So that was a really chaotic dynamic in the house. You would be nodding out and he would be like, "This is my jet fuel."
Why don't you talk about a little bit about that dynamic? Because there's something like that actually, I know you can hear that the creator, like Grandma Sherry, came up. There's a concern about a certain creator, right?
Okay.
Who has a child, a couple children there with her, and she's portraying herself on the internet as which she is being. There are people that are bullying her. Okay, let me be clear. There are a lot of people that are bullying this girl, but she's the kind of girl that, in my opinion, she loves this shit, right?
Well, yeah, there are some people who exist that any
Mhm.
attention is good attention.
And that she's, in my opinion, she's that kind of person. Now, she has a lot of people that go hard for her because, well, she, of course, has supporters, but she denies her addiction. She admits that she is a drug addict, has been streaming and going to a clinic. I'm just going to say that I know, because that, I have a pretty good radar.
Yeah, me too.
She's definitely active addiction, and her boyfriend is a heavy drinker who waved a gun on a live stream the other night.
Oh, word.
They have 2 children in the home, and CPS has been there, and the cops, and she blames the internet. And my thing is I'll tell you, no.
Well, you can blame the internet for getting caught, but I mean, you're the one waving a gun around,
right?
But
I mean, then there's also clips that I told you I played for your brother the other.
Now, let me also say, this is weird. So the daughter has an associate's degree or something in counseling, drug counseling. But do you guys remember Jules's video yesterday when she talked about, Chris Watts and Barry Morphew and murder? Listen to what the daughter says. I honestly thought Jules was out of her fucking mind. Like, I'm sorry, Craig is not a serial killer? But the daughter and Jules have never spoken. Listen to the daughter. It's wild. I was like, oh my God, Jules is not wrong then.
other day. There was a clip of her,
You ain't
nodding.
if Taylor says
Yeah.
they're an addiction, I believe Taylor as well. Like
Not only
I can
he
pick
didn't
that
say
out
that.
from a mile away.
The concern obviously is the children, right?
Right.
And she uses her children, in my opinion, as a shield. And
I'm
for
sure she
me,
does.
yeah, a lot. It's not fucking working. I called her out multiple times. She keeps saying that she'll go get a drug. I'm just, it's just the thing that
Well, a drug
what
test
it's
doesn't
doing.
really mean anything to me.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But the thing is, what I'm saying is that there are the people that I'm trying to reach it. There's not just this creator. There's other creators that we know that they trigger people.
Well,
They
how
trigger
old are her
people,
kids?
young, like
Okay, well, if she's
under
listening
10.
to this,
Mhm.
if she's listening to this, because of what I had to experience with my parents' drug addiction, I did my first day in the loony bin at 16. There have been times where I could not sleep, and even when I slept, I wasn't resting. So the what you're doing to your children, you may not register it right now, but I am what you will have to reap when you sow it. You will have an adult child one day that you will have to answer to. And if that doesn't scare
Yeah, you know
you,
what? I want to point that out. We can talk. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it all. All three. Well, okay? Let's just be clear. We have a family that all of us struggle with mental health.
mm-hmm.
Every one of us. I'm not going to exploit my other children's stuff, but I'm going to mention it. And obviously, Erin's here to talk about her own. But this is part of it. This is what people need to hear. That nod off was almost like Cam's nod off. Scott, now I want to point out, and you know what? I know that a lot of people are going to say some shit, but I can't even believe I'm about to say it. Hold on, let me pull it up first. Like Laura has been doing a couple streams. She's a certain person in the community that a lot of people don't like, okay? But she states it as it is. And she talked about and has been talking about this creator. I'm not going to name her name. I'm actually not even going to play anything. It's not the point. It's all of it, right? But yeah, you're not the victim. You're not the fucking victim. And I'm sick of it, okay?
The victim of the scenario. Well, if
the victim is the kid,
is the children. But if you're denying active addiction, but someone around you is obviously drinking, you're not sober. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or
there's not just
and not to
God.
Not to say too much about myself, but like I do have an associate's degree in human services and addictions. That was going to be my career path. I was going to save one kid at a time from a drug addict family. Obviously you cannot be sober in those conditions. No one that has that disease, who has the disease of addiction, has the capability to have that thrown in front of your face and not relapse. It's not realistic.
No, and we're also dealing with this is a family that's also dealing with a clear domestic violence issue. And
yeah, I mean, sure, if he's waving a gun around and he's willing to do that on camera,
it's already
who knows what they're doing behind closed doors.
Exactly. And I try to say that to people in the way that I can. Before Scott H brought up, he's another creator, and Laura Life Perplexed brought up Cam and Allie. Cam and Allie are and I will bring them up by name because a couple years ago, me and Laura were two of the creators that said Cam and Allie are active addiction and people need to quit supporting them. They were getting money. It was very obvious that they were active addiction. They had small children. And
well, then those people are trying to kill them. Like, you only see sobriety or a tombstone.
Exactly. So at that point, I went live and I talked about, and I called them out and I said, you people that are supporting this are literally, you are killing them. You're giving them the gun, a loaded gun, and saying, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a whole, everybody, you know, there was a lot of people like, oh God, you can't call it. Well, they ended up, they got arrested. Cam blew his fucking hand up, and they lost their children. Their children tested positive for amphetamine in their hair.
Word.
Okay. And I talked about on that live stream that people do not understand what it looks like on the other side. You're seeing a fucking avatar. Okay. You're
Yeah, I
seeing
mean,
an avatar. You have no idea what's on the other side,
yeah,
what it looks like.
I will say this, and I like the thing is, you know, I'm trying to have an honest conversation, but I'm also not. Before I go further with what I'm about to say, uh, me and my mom have had a lot of discussions, and we've grown together a lot, and I have forgiven her for what has happened when I was a child. Uh, so before I go on, I just wanted to say that. Um, to me, when something like that, when I see something like that, that's not really what triggers it for me. I can see a kid be around that stuff. What triggers me is I know that those kids feel fear. I know that when their mom talks to them or that man is around, they feel fear. And I know what that fear
Absolutely.
feels like, and it
And
eats
so does
me
she.
up.
And so does she. And so does she. She does as well. But she, you know,
She
in my
defends
opinion,
the probably excuse of a man and calls their child a liar. They all do. Like, that's the
right,
textbook.
right. Yep. And it's scary. And I'm telling you, people that care about this certain creator or
Well,
any
I
person.
mean, it does boil down to even more of a problem with, you know, like, you or this woman, for example, of one of the biggest problems was finding your self-worth in, a man versus finding it in yourself, and, she must feel like she cannot have any
Oh
kind
man,
of
she is very
worthiness.
much, yeah, she's very much like that. He will say horrible things, like he called a hijab a rape rag. He calls
Oh,
people the F slur. He is very bigoted and racist, and she
well, I mean,
covers
it's
for
the
every single
textbook.
thing he does and
It's the
says. Yeah,
textbook.
yeah,
It's
it's textbook. That's what I'm
it's
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's textbook. You should not be supporting this. You are
mm.
literally helping somebody kill
Well, the
themselves.
people who are supporting it identify it with it.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for saying it. Oh my God,
Um,
the kid said the fucking that part loud. Say it
well,
again.
there's
That was another thing Sinner said today, which is when I turned him off. He actually said that I'm projecting, that I must be the one getting high and projecting it onto Brittany. I turned it off. If I wasn't painting and I could have gone live right then and there, I would have told him to go take a long walk off a short fucking pier. He knows nothing about addiction. Or he just doesn't give a fuck. And I kind of lean towards that he doesn't give a fuck about her, because I could not believe he said that. I was like, does he not know what actually has fucking transpired? I guess not. Oh, I was fucking livid. Livid.
no other reason to defend or deny for anybody unless you identify with what they're going through or experiencing, and you would also want someone to cover for you. So, I mean, it's also like with addiction, one of the most dangerous things is not being able to be honest. And with my mom, um she has found the ability in the past, especially 10 years, well, more than that now because I've been married for 10 years, in the past 15 years, the ability to say, "I am a drug addict," or if she's in relapse, she will say, "I'm doing drugs right now." She's not hiding it because she wants to not do that, to not be that person anymore. Anybody who is doing what this creator is doing, I don't know this creator, I've never watched them. To do something like that, to put your kids in that position, uh, and then to have your fans, or people, I guess, send you money and like identify with that behavior.
She is right now raising money, has a give send go for that was 10,000. Listen to this shit. She's already tried to sue another creator on a RICO, okay, under a missing child's name. Wait for it. Now she is crowdsourcing to sue. She doesn't say who, but another creator to take down their channels, and she's taking in money. But it's been July. She's been taking in since July. Over
that money has been
$4,000.
going
Yeah, it's all
directly.
That's what I'm saying, Buttercup. Buttercup says, anyone who says that there's nothing wrong in that family is a fool. I'm so shocked that her supporters are enabling her. They are not helping her in any way. It's sad for her children. I agree with you. It's not, I hate to say it, forget the children. It's sad for her. It's sad for Craig. It's excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. As a recovered addict, enough with the fucking excuses. Being good here and there. If you listen to the haters, which I have recently, but if you listen to the haters, they say that she really doesn't get bad until after she gets paid on YouTube around the 20th. I think Queen Bee had a video where it's like the 23rd or the 24th, she goes to the doctors. She might be out of pills already. She might be out of pills by this time of the month. And she just doesn't seem to care. And as long as she is able to manipulate people like Shady and these people that, staunch supporters and have her back, then she sees nothing wrong with it. And, her manipulation and her bullshit right now with saying that I'm only using her name for views and blah, 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 it really tells me everything I need to know about her. But on top of it, it tells me how she manipulates people who aren't addicts.
To a syringe.
Yep. And she got a new watch. He got a new watch and a ring, and he's fronting it. And the dude's already got money, and he's telling. It is really
well.
bad.
That ring and that watch are going to end up in a pawn shop. It's just the cycle. It's textbook. And that's one of the things too. Is like
keep talking.
And that's another thing. She claims, okay? She claims that she has the lawyer paid off. That's her words. So please tell me why there's nothing on a docket, why you haven't served anybody. This has been going on for months already. And I'm not saying she doesn't have an attorney, but an attorney would do something already. What are you doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So it makes me wonder if her attorney is for Craig's court issues or whatever they have. I'm not saying she doesn't have an attorney, but I'm starting to think she doesn't have an attorney for YouTube. That's what I really think. And I think that she may have used, and this is just speculation, but she may have used this situation in order to raise money for, I guess Craig needed a lawyer or something for the house, if I remember correctly. Something like that. So I wonder if that's what the lawyer is for. Because, those lawyers work on flat fees. And maybe she's just giving them extra money to handle something on YouTube. But this has gone on long enough. And if she allegedly hasn't paid like she says, why isn't anything being done yet? That's what I want to know. Why? Exactly. She's still trying to strike deals. And why would you do that if she has an attorney? I agree with that. It's not like the attorney's going to give you your money back. So why all of a sudden are you like, oh, let's, stop talking about me? For why? Now you have an attorney. Go for it. Now's the time you would want them to fuck with you.
I hate when people are in situations like that and they feel as if they are they are special and that they're being sneaky, when in reality, it's the playbook. Everybody does that. Everybody lies. Everybody puts themselves in dangerous situations. Everybody does things that they're not proud of, like wave a gun around children when they're in active addiction. Drugs make you a monster. It's not like when you do drugs, you turn into just a different version of yourself. You turn into a monster. Uh, so, I mean, it is a very dangerous situation for children to be in, especially with alcohol and firearms. Um, and you have to also think about that when someone exists that wants to put a positive image of themselves to people online, they are walking the line of being a family annihilator. So, I mean,
See? She said the exact same thing Jules did. I never put the two and two together. I never put together a family annihilator and alcohol. Like, I don't know. I just didn't. And I'm not going to put that on someone. But honestly, when Jules said it yesterday, I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? She's crazy. It's like, there's no way he's going to be a family annihilator. Well, this girl just said the exact same thing. So I found that interesting.
we're just talking about a
Right?
massive, dangerous situation altogether.
Big time, big time, big time. People, there are multiple channels that stream this girl every day. Now she's a cow, right? You know, the little low cow thing. She's a cow now. They're milking the fuck out of her. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it. She fucking loves it.
Mm.
She seeks it out.
I'm
And
sure,
then
because
yeah,
also a lot of times what happens is when you are coming out of addiction to something, you will transfer your addiction to something else. Some people, they transfer their addiction to work, some people to God, some people to something else. Um, but when you have something as
oh you
that gives
they
the same
they
effect as
yeah,
dopamine, like as a
uh-huh.
drug, and you
Yep.
have that at ready available, that is just as dangerous.
Yep. And they use religion too.
Uh,
Um,
Real quick before you like read what you're gonna read, I just want to ask
mhm.
everybody in the chat: do we sound just like each other? Should I put a voice filter on?
So that was pretty much it. I thought that was really interesting. Oh, I remember that. I don't know if you remember Natasha Cooper and her GoFundMe for 20K. BJ saying the exact same words as NC was. She can't say anything yet until people stop asking, and Natasha did nothing. Oh, very true. That's a good point, though, Buttercup. That's why I call her the Wish version of Natasha Cooper. And that's what Britney has turned into. That's what Shanna thought too, and left her daughters. Oh, Shanann with him, walked in there pregnant. That's true. I'm just saying, like, I just never looked at it like that. I really thought Jules was out of her fucking gourd. I'm like, Jules, what are you talking about? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? He's not a family annihilator. But I mean, you have guns, you have alcohol, and you have prescription pills, in my opinion. Why would you have guns with an alcoholic? And someone with PTSD? Why? Now, that's not really my business, but you make this public, so I'm just giving an opinion on it. But I did. I thought that was really interesting. Now, her haters are saying she's on meth. I don't believe she's on meth. Actually, quite the opposite of meth. I did not know September is National Recovery Month. That I did not know. Oh, there are so many people saying that now that she's on meth. No. She doesn't show any signs of being on meth. Like, none. Alright. She's desperate for any attention from him. She doesn't get any pathetic. I agree with you. And Jules was talking about that yesterday. I'll play some of it. But I want to show you guys what Asshole said. Queen B. Alright.
Stream, just not the kind she expected. Whoa, okay. We'll have a quick look see. Amenity Chronicles of, I'll leave it there. The new bully jumping on a pot as time. So good to see you. That would be really. This is Laura swinging for the fences here, man. She wants that interview. That Ellie stuff didn't work out so well. It would have been such a good live stream if JP had taken the link. I guess she was backstage. I don't know what the fuck happened. I do believe that JP was backstage and didn't come up, was gonna let Ellie finish or whatever, and then was just like, fuck this. JP probably knew that like it was gonna be a very highly watched video. Had she popped up there and talked there, she was like, fuck this shit. Very punk rock. I would just wish I would have heard the other side of it.
What you can do with an addict is sugarcoat it. When you see someone in pain, to do step one.
Yes, you are. And she's like, no, I'm not. Like, figuring out a way to unsubscribe and not take part in that. She's a garbage human being. Pink Butterfly, thanks for being here. Says, I don't listen to Britney anymore ever since she continued to so publicly shaming of it too. A couple of these bitches I really know well though, so don't get me wrong. I understand sometimes, but like, yeah, you're leaving no room for debate. I'm really not.
Falling asleep for the long.
Don't you? My God. Don't. She doesn't. She does not want you to unsubscribe.
Fuck, because.
Oh, shut the front door, Laura. What are you talking about? I know that's a complete grift. But everyone participates knowing.
Yeah, Elevated Truth said it tonight. She's the one that said it. He was going on and on about it. How she's on meth and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? She's not on meth. Alright, so this is where it began.
Full well exactly what it is. It's just like it's kind of madness if you ask me, but
not gonna see me
no. She can eat a bag of dicks. Let's see. Luminous, thank you so much for being here. Amy Lynn's in the house. All right, let me pull up Laura and we'll have a look. We'll have a quick look-see. But first, let's actually. I want to see what else. What else does Shady have? There must be some community posts or whatnot, or no. Let's see, last video was a month ago, and I'm caught up on the shorts. Okay, let's pull up Laura. PURPLEXEDQT. Hello. All right, let's see here. Live 7 hours ago. Wow, so she was on pretty early. I guess it's Sunday. Sunday. 6 hours ago. Oops. Oh, air freshener. All right, we'll check it out. Let's see. Let me do this right. Put up a screen, put on some music, give some commentary, you know, fair use stuff. We can do this. Go team. Let's see, which one? That's a fun one. The Beckys. All right.
And like, I don't know if this was done intentionally, but why are you putting up YouTube bullies and playing my video? I am not a bully. I am not with these fucking people. Please don't do that. That's bullshit.
So she's mad at Moon. I don't know why. Pretty rotten to keep saying the same shit about Brittany J, though. Miss Perplexed. What's up, Sandwich? Good to see you. Whoop-de-whoop.
Like, what's rotten? Why is it rotten? I'm not allowed to have an opinion? I'm absolutely allowed to have an opinion, and I stand 10 toes in on that opinion. This community, because I'm not dirty like them.
Uh-oh.
And I don't play this bullshit like. People want to give me money? Great. If they don't, great. I'm okay either way.
I'm trying.
Yes. He was hanging out with Molly a lot.
What? Why are you talking like this
Thing
today?
you're never going to get with me is someone that's fake. One thing you're not going to get with me is someone that likes someone just for views. Just to get their subs. I've never been that way. I will never be that way.
Yeah, I'm not that way either. Let's go.
Whether you like me or not, I'm as real as they come. And that is something that is so fucking rare on these streets. And you know what? I'll stand by that. Now, hey Phoenix. A long time ago, and I've told this story before, but...
Is there some type... Does she have like... Why does it sound like she's got a voice changer? What's happening?
Like, dude, what the fuck? I just fucking woke up. This is crazy. And, oh, does she have a voice changer? Like, are you that fucking hard up for content, dude?
Is it just me? Maybe it could just be this cheap speaker on this Chromebook. What the hell?
But a long time ago, John Crimes said, when John Crimes first came to the scene, I don't know if a lot of you guys know who he is. He was hanging out with Molly a lot. And I don't remember exactly.
He said he was hanging out with Molly a lot.
See what I mean?
Fry, girl, that's not how you normally sound. Get yourself some water. What's happening?
Exactly how it transpired. But he had said to me, you know, I don't understand why you don't fake it until you get to where you want to be, which at the time was 100,000 subs.
Whoa.
I said, John, I will never.
Whoa, that's a lot of subs, dude. Welcome in Fanta Fan, and I think somebody said hello to Curious, or maybe they were just saying they're curious. In any case, welcome in Curious as fuck if you're up in the house. Which I'm just looking at Laura being mad at Moon. I'm waiting for her to get to it. Right now.
Here's the funny thing. I was never mad at him. I have been nothing but nice to him for the last couple of days. I was not mad. I never said anything mad at him. Like, I've been nothing but nice and respectful, and I don't know where the fuck he got I was mad at him, other than he just pulled it out of his ass.
She's at the story time part, and she's got some pretty good stories. I guess somebody she knows got 100,000 subs or something. Let's give a listen.
Never fake being who I am. You will never see me like someone to get their subs. You will.
Me either.
Never see me sit there. That's another thing. Why are you throwing yourself in there? It had nothing to do with you. Like, you weren't even a thought when I made this video. And beg for super chats, for dog food, or anything like that.
I won't bake. I'll do backflips though. Waka waka.
People want to give me money? Great. If they don't, great. I'm okay either way. You're not going to see me do a bash for cash. You're not.
Although some of those, if those are done right, they're actually legit. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced one before, but they can be pretty good. I saw channels each with like 8,000 or 9,000 subscribers have like a super chat battle to see who got more super chats, and that's ridiculous. Now that's a complete grift. But everyone participates knowing full well exactly what it is. It's just like it's kind of madness if you ask me, but
not going to see me not call something out that I see, and you're not going to see me be fake to everybody to fit in with the crowd or to get better numbers. No, I have the opposite belief. Build it and they will come. I have always been that way, and I will stand by that. I don't play these. Like other people.
I didn't realize I was muted. But like, so far so good. Like, how can you disagree with this? It's basically, I mean, it's impossible to disagree with what she's saying. Like, did somebody challenge her and say she was a fake ass? Tinker says it's cruel what they're doing to Brittany. I agree. I won't take part in it. What's up, Charlie? It was Captain Napton, the one that started it. Well, go figure. That fucking...
See, that's what I don't understand. And maybe someone can fill me in. Charlie says Captain Napkin is the one that started this with Brittany. Somehow I don't think that's the case. I just don't. So sorry, sinners, closing the doors behind him, burning bridges. I agree with you, Tony. Totally agree. There was no reason for this at all.
Hey, you know what Captain Napton looks like? Gargamel from the fucking Smurfs. Remember Gargamel? That's exactly what Captain Napkin looks like. Hey, Cappy, why you look like fucking Gargamel? I mean, really? What the fuck?
The people do. I just don't fit in with this community because I'm not dirty like them.
Hey,
and I don't play this bullshit like them. And again, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Is there going to be a but and a...
Buttercup is not my friend anymore. He showed me who he was in the 10 minutes I listened to this. This part I heard already.
Except for something's coming. Something's brewing. This is the calm before the storm. Welcome in, everyone. Look at all my favorite people in here. We got Rockabit, Amanda T, Chronicles of the Shady, says Laura was on panel with Molly when she doxed who she thought was me. Silly Laura. Damn. Good Lord. I see, there's so much I don't know. My world has been so hyper-focused on one.
See what I mean? Shady brings up something from 2022, and Sinner's like, oh my God, see, there's so much I don't know. Not Laura was doxing me. Not Laura had any part in it. Laura was sitting on a panel when Molly did it. How is that a reflection on me? How is that something so horrible? Because I was sitting on a fucking panel. Was I even coherent? Like, meaning was I even there? Or was I just sitting on a fucking panel? Give me a break.
Stupid, lazy, ineffectual, failed human being. Fuck, I've wasted so much time. That's okay. I got more.
So, a couple of years ago, a subscriber at Patreon came to me and said, you have got to see this. You have to call this out.
All right, I don't mind speeding, Laura.
And it was Cam and Allie doing drugs. On screen, you like kind of like hiding behind Summer Wells.
And
I went fucking ballistic. The whole community turned on me. The whole community said I didn't know what I was talking about. How dare I accuse someone of being on drugs? Okay, I know what I know, and I know what I see. Everybody said, you don't know what you're talking about. How dare you? I knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about. Hey, True Texan, much like I know Brittany is taking prescription pills. Yes, I know it. People don't want to believe it. That's
oh, shut the front door, Laura. What are you talking about? I know for sure. I know for fact. That's crazy. That's crazy. In fact, you know, it's so crazy that it reminds me of like the first time that old Ricky, the racist down there in Tennessee, fucking she got on my radar for the first time for saying she knows for a fact that the father of missing child here is a pedo because she has radar to determine so. She said that. That's the first time I heard about her. I was like, what the fuck? What? Hold on a second. Allow me to get on my Samsung and make a little video. Fucking disgusting human being. It's that crazy. You don't know what anyone's doing. You have no idea what anyone's doing. We have no idea what you're doing. There's something to be said about allegations, though. Without any supporting evidence,
Thank you, Denise. But there's plenty of supporting evidence. I didn't just pull this out of a fucking hat. And I'm not the only one that thinks like this. And I'm like listening to this earlier and I'm like, is he fucking joking me? Like, dude, you have no clue what the fuck you're even talking about. There is so much supporting evidence. There is so much. Stop, like, she's insulting my intelligence and many other addicts' intelligence. Not just me, but many addicts' intelligence. So for him to sit here and act like he's, how dare I say this? I'm just jumping on a bandwagon. I'm like, you are so fucking clueless in what you're saying that I am truly embarrassed for you, Sinner. Truly embarrassed. Because there's plenty of evidence. Plenty.
It's a lot of times projection. A lot of, I'll leave it there. What's up, IML?
See, now it's projection. Now I'm projecting. That's what I was talking about. And I think right around here is where I turned it off. So I'll give it a couple more minutes.
Fellow artist in the house. Good to see you. All right, let's get through a little bit more. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. Please hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. I've got some really cool stuff coming up soon. I mean, not that Laura's not super cool to review, but we'll see here.
That's on them. The truth will prevail and the truth will come out. They don't have to believe me. They can shun me. They can unsubscribe from me. I don't give a fuck. You want to know why I don't give a fuck?
You do. You totally do. Dude, you don't want a bunch of people to unsubscribe from you. That's irrational. Come on. You don't. She doesn't. She does not want you to unsubscribe.
Fuck, because I know I'm right. And again, just like she didn't fall asleep and then it came out she was falling asleep. Just like she didn't go to a prescription pain place, but
Dude, I mean, you are literally you are like a fucking 3 months late to the biggest group of bullies, Laura. What the fuck, dude? It's already played out, man.
Sinner, what in the fuck are you babbling about? I am not jumping on any bandwagon. Your girl over there had a cam slip yesterday or the other day, whenever it was. Had a cam slip and she was nodding out. There's nothing in the past. There's nothing that, oh my God, I'm jumping on a bandwagon. You know absolutely not a fucking thing about what you're talking about right now. Nothing. And nobody in your chat is correcting it. And that's the sad part. I'm not jumping on anything from months ago, has nothing to do. It's what happened 2 days ago. That's what I'm talking about, Sinner. 2 days ago. Just shows you he goes on about it, whatever the people say. He knows fuck all he's talking about. No investigate. That's what I'm saying. And at no point did he say, well, let me check it out. Let me look to see what happened. Let me go to the first video. Nope, he doesn't do any of that. He just runs his mouth with bullshit. Kind of like the other day he said that, what's her name? Rowena is not a real nurse. Yes, she was. And then he said it again. He's like, I'm just telling you guys, she is not a nurse. And I went in his chat, I'm like, Sinner, she is a nurse. We all saw her license. Like, you're spreading bullshit. Yeah, she is a nurse. Or was a nurse. That's what I'm saying. He floats with whoever to get him subs. That's what I'm saying. How do you talk this much shit and not even investigate at all? And that's why I was like, you are such a fucking asshole.
It's like this is like capri pants. You missed the window of opportunity. It's not fashionable to just jump on the bandwagon. Of course, like it's in bad taste, dude.
But she did go to a prescription place. Just like every other lie she's told to hide her own addiction, her taking prescription pills will come out. And again, there's nothing wrong if a doctor is giving her prescription pills. The problem is she's a fucking liar. That's the problem. And anyone that's lying like that is in active addiction.
I mean, come on. Now, you just called her a pill popper and a liar within like fucking 90 seconds, and she's a stranger to you, man. All you know about her is what she shows you on YouTube.
Exactly right, Sinner. What I know about her is what she shows me on YouTube. And she has proven she's a liar, and she has proven that she's a pill popper. Her own fucking boyfriend basically confirmed it. I'm not crazy. If you would have done your research before doing this live, you would know that. And you would be able to hear it. But instead, you needed content, so you jump on a fucking live. Oh, let's review Laura, not knowing anything that transpired the day before. That's why you're an asshole.
For real. Fuck, man. There must be. Here's my biggest beef with this. I mean, very much like everyone getting mad at Craig for doing what he did. I was more upset about the color of his weapon. Like this, Laura, you're late to the party. Like now you just look like an asshole. Like there's no way you're passionate about this. You're just trying to fucking get in on it. It sucks, dude. You're better than this. There's so many better things to cover. For sure. No.
Again, Sinner, stop lecturing me when you're the one that looks like the fucking clown. You're the one that looks like the idiot because you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. I have absolutely zero desire to ever break bread with Clue, Cletus, Queen Bee, Nonsense, Granny, or Jay. Okay? I want nothing to do with them. I don't need their fucking views. I don't need their fucking subs. Nor do I need to speak about them. Nor do I need to be friends with them. Nor do I need to jump on a fucking hate train with them. I know this is hard to understand, okay? But please hear me out. Please listen to me. I stand on my own. I have always stood on my own. I don't need to be on a hate train, and I don't need to stand on a side. I call out what the fuck I see with my own goddamn eyes. Something that most people can't do because they're afraid they might lose this sub or they might lose that sub. I don't care. You want to fucking unsub because you don't like the truth? Well, I'll wait for that apology when the truth comes out. Because again, Craig basically confirmed it. But if you wouldn't know that because you're listening to people in your chat and you're not fucking looking at the proof. And that makes you a clown.
No question about it. And the thing is, Laura has the ability to do that. It's just she's choosing to do this instead. Boo! I say boo.
Because there's no reason for her to lie about it. So it will come out, just like every scammer that I've called out, that everybody told me, you're so wrong, we're going to denounce you, we're kicking you out, blah, blah, blah. When it all came out, guess who was right? Yep, I was. And this didn't happen once or twice. This happened continually, over and over and over.
I hate to say it, that she does get an awful lot of things right, but I think she's wrong on this one. And even
Senator, I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong.
if she is right, like, who's benefiting from, okay, let's say she's right, then it's still exploitation and shaming in some fucking awkward way. I mean,
no, you're not going to spin this and just say, well, if she's right, she's shaming. No, bullshit. Brittany, all right, I'm going to say this, point out. What? Why does this keep coming out? We all share subs. And I see you, or I saw you as a friend. And because I saw you as a friend, because I saw you as a friend, I see you and others sticking up for somebody who's lying to you. And as a friend, Sinner, and as someone that had your back, it would bother me and I would stay quiet about it. I'm like, you know what? I don't know yet. I can't prove it, so I'm not going to say anything. But as an addict, and I'll tell you the same thing I said about Cam and Allie, it hurts me as an addict when I see someone in active addiction. I am not trying to shame her. I am not trying to denounce her. But she would have so much more support if she was fucking honest. And any addict who's been recovered for a long time, who has to look at somebody in active addiction, it hurts. It bothers us. And the lies and the excuses, especially when I have share subs with her, long-time subs. I share Patreons with her. And when you see someone manipulating people due to addiction, and the lies don't end, and it's just one lie after another lie after another lie, and then eventually the lies come out, and then things change, I'm coming to her as a recovered addict. I'm not coming to her as a hater. And like I said about you, I don't know if you heard it or not, but like I said about you, I respect the fact that you're honest with your addiction. You know you're an alcoholic, and you know that you have to stop. And you keep trying to stop. And you own that, and you say that you make mistakes. And I can respect that about you. And I've said that for days already. I've given you so much kudos for that. And that's where you and Brittany and all these other people who just are clueless are coming from. You think that I'm doing all this because I want to be friends with QB. No. I'm in the same position like 6 Up is and other people are. We are fucking addicts. We see the manipulation. We're tired of seeing manipulation. We want to help her, but we can't help her until she fucking helps herself. And she is so not willing to help herself, and she's still manipulating people that we care about, that I care about, and it's frustrating. So I'm not doing this because I hate her. I've told her multiple times, I'm not against you, Brittany. I don't have anything against you. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I want her to get help. And if something does happen, something horrible happens, Craig becomes an annihilator, whatever the situation, knock on wood, hopefully nothing happens. But I'm just saying, if something should happen or something does happen, I know that I can look in a mirror and know that I tried. I tried to get her to be honest with herself. I tried to get her to be honest with her subs. I tried to get her to be honest with people. Can you say that, Sinner? No, you can't. Can Shady say that? No, she can't. But I can. That's the difference between you and I.
It just is. I mean, there's no polite way to do it. And I like Laura. So, I mean, what's right is right. This is, it's fucked up if she's wrong for just lying on someone. And if she's right, then she's just shaming and exploiting. So,
Again, so you don't have to like me, but my track record on calling out scammers speaks for itself. And do I have a list on my own? No, but the truth is, you can find it.
What's up, BK, sir? Oh no, did she say a list? Oh no. You know what happens with lists around here, don't you? My God, too many lists, not enough Listerine.
Tinker, but that's the thing. I'm not coming at her. I'm not, yelling at her. I'm not doing lives about her. I spoke on something that I saw with my own fucking eyes. I didn't do a live about her. None of that until she did a live about me. Then I did one about her. But it's funny that none of these people told Sinner that. None of the people in her chat said, well, to be fair, Laura was responding to Brittany doing an entire live about her. That's where this started. But for some reason, people think I just randomly made up lies about Brittany. Brittany started this when she did an entire fucking live based on my one comment. But again, it's funny that nobody brings that up. Nobody seems to remember that. Nobody looks at it and says, well, that's not exactly how it went down. Laura didn't start attacking Brittany. Laura was actually sticking up for Brittany against Granny. Went to Granny's video and saw Brittany nodding out. Laura couldn't help herself. Should I just be quiet and enable her like all you guys do? No, I won't do that. Sorry. It's one of the reasons that I built so much hate against me is because when it turns out that I'm right, people get mad. And people get pissed that I've been right. So again,
I never get pissed at anyone for being right. What's up, VK, sir? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for being here. Let me see. Wow. So many cool people here. Very, very cool. Yeah, I'm never going to be interested in the new bully jumping on a pile of bullies. Like that seems like illogical.
Actually, Senna, what's illogical is for you to think that I did that. You have such little respect for me that you literally think that I'm jumping on this bandwagon of hate Brittany. That I'm jumping on this. No. And the fact that you think so little of me is concerning. The fact that you think so fucking little of me that you think I would do that tells me that you don't know me at all. Tinker, that goes for you too. I cannot believe that you think I'm jumping on a bandwagon. You've known me so long. But you're not a creator, Tinker. You don't share subs with her. It's different. You're a subscriber. You're right. It's not your business to call her out. But I didn't even call her out. But again, you're not a creator. You don't share subs. You don't have people, in your Patreon that, pay each month for them to be able to come to you and be like, hey, what do you think of this? Just like when it was Cam and Allie. And someone came to me and said, you need to call this out. You don't have that because you're not a creator. So you got to remember that you're thinking as a sub. I think as a creator. And it's a big difference. And you of all people, you know my track record, Tinker. You've been there for all of it.
I do like people that are saying, hey, let's calm it down. Let's make common sense out of this. Let's have an actual debate and argument about things that have occurred instead of it being like, oh, I'm coming by your house now, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little wild. Okay, here's my point. Well, everyone wants to talk about the problems. Does anybody at all have any solutions whatsoever? Because I think that's what we should start should start being discussed. Like, it's obvious that the hive are maniacs that will dox and just send people to your house, right? I mean, that's been established. So what do we do about the problem? I've been complaining about the problem for over a year, and now I'm at this point where it's just like,
And I'll put something else out there that take it for what it is. What the fuck has BJ done for me? I have stuck up for her over and over and over. What the fuck has she ever done for me? Not a goddamn fucking thing. I don't even get recognized as for someone that's fucking helping her. For months, I had to send her an email and be like, dude, seriously? Like, I've had your back for months. No acknowledgement, no nothing. So people can spare me the poor Britney bullshit because I'm not buying it anymore. I'm just not. I'm not doing a pile-up, Tinker. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I don't do a pile-up. And I certainly don't want to be friends with them. But Britney doesn't do shit for me. She doesn't even fucking acknowledge me. I don't even get a fucking thank you. To spare me the poor Britney shit. When I have had her back for months without even a simple thank you.
what else can I say? There's nothing else to point out. So the next logical step would be, guys, let's come up with some type of solution. Like, how do we address these problems? Racism and
Thank you. BJ admitted that you reached out to her in a live stream, proceeded to ignore you. Thank you, Renee.
grifting and just bullying. There's got to be a way, and we're going to find it. It's definitely not going to happen by, accusing someone of being on narcotics. And I don't know what any of this is. I haven't seen it. I just don't like it. No bueno. Oh, there's a train coming too.
Exactly, Sinner. You haven't seen it. Why are you discussing something that you have not seen? It is obvious. And I'm not the only one. Allegedly innocent, aka Jules of Thought, she said it yesterday multiple times. How come nobody's going after her? How come nobody's accusing her of dogpiling? How come nobody's going in her streams talking about, oh, you shouldn't do this. Why don't you do a live stream on her? Why is it just me? Clicks and views? Because nobody's going to watch you if you do it on her? But with me, you're going to get clicks and views? I mean, come on, seriously. There's many people who think the way I think that aren't haters, that were once on Britney's side. How come nobody's calling them out? Why am I the only bad one?
So we'll let some of this play.
I did not turn on Britney. I don't really care if you don't like what I had to say about Britney. I didn't say anything bad. I said what I felt and what I see with my own eyes. And if people can't handle...
I have to say this because people oftentimes get it mixed up. I support Laura's right to say whatever the fuck she wants to say. I just disagree with what she's doing here. But she has every right to say it. I'm not trying to say, hey,
Sinner, I haven't done anything. I saw shit with my own fucking eyes. while I was sticking up for her with my own eyes. She is on prescription pills. Period. End of story. And there's nothing wrong with it. The fact that she lies about it is what's wrong with it.
You can't say that, or you can't. Of course you can. I mean, that's the beauty of our mouths. All right, this train's coming up on me quick, so let me put this on.
And handle what I see with my own eyes and what I know from personal experience. I'm sorry, you're wrong. And at first, I wasn't sure. At first, I couldn't tell if I was right or wrong. So I said nothing. Once I was able to see it, point out blank, yeah, she's taking prescription pills. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Why she's lying about it, that's the problem. Saying that she's just tired when she denied falling asleep for the longest fucking time.
That was a short train. It was a little guy.
Oh, I thought you didn't.
Chronicles of the Shady says Laura was on panel with Molly when she died. Oh, sorry, I'm way back there. Sorry, my bad. Be real, so good to see you. Says all I know is that Brittany is under a lot of stress. But if the doctor has her on meds for anxiety or stress, it's not my business. I don't give a fuck what any of you guys are on. It's never the problem what any of us are on. The problem is whenever this person says that person's on that and that person's on.
No, Sinner. The problem is her nodding out on a live. If something is done on a live stream, people are going to discuss it. Not haters, but people are going to discuss it. You guys are like, that you guys are going to spin this. You guys are like going to spin this. That, oh, okay, well, she's on drugs and that's perfectly okay. The doctor prescribed something and that's perfectly okay. And you're missing the entire point. The point is, she's been fucking lying to everybody, trying to insult people's intelligence, trying to act like she's innocent, and she would never do that, and she wouldn't lie, and she wouldn't do this. You're not understanding the head of an addict. You're not grasping why it's so aggravating. And if she is on something, or when it comes out she's on something, well, she just said yesterday that no, she's not on anything and she's not getting a prescription and blah, blah, blah. The minute you put it front and center and we see it with our own eyes, it becomes everybody's business. If this was something that was private, we didn't see it, we were just kind of guessing, that's a different story. But that's not what's happening. She put it on Front Street, so we all fucking saw it. And then she insults our intelligence with she's sleeping, she was nauseous. All fucking lies. And because you're not further in your recovery, Sinner, you don't understand it. I promise you. And if you stay sober for like 2 years, you will absolutely understand where we're coming from.
On that and that person's on that. Of course I call Buzzard a crackhead because she had the feds kick her door in for delivering like kilos of blow and meth. Like, so I mean, of course that's why I call her a crackhead. I don't know, I mean, usually chubby people aren't crackheads, so I mean, I'm also trying to erase that from my insult list. I can do better than that.
And not only did I have her back for so long, I never even needed a thank you. She was ignoring me. She wasn't, she was too good for me. She was too, like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking ridiculous. Craig is admitted to here. I don't watch Craig at all. It's a horrible situation that's going on in that family. It's not to get at BJ. I believe it or not, it's to help her. I agree with you, Buttercup. But someone that's not in active addiction, active recovery, or has some serious time behind them, they're never going to understand. Sinner just is not going to understand that. He doesn't have sobriety long enough.
Chronicle says Laura's chat was horrible, talking about her kids, etc. Nasty as fuck.
Another lie. My chat has never spoken about her kids. That is a fucking lie. I don't know which idiot in his chat said that, but that is a blatant fucking lie. Nobody in my chat talks about her kids.
Oh, I'm glad I missed that. Headstone says, Shady, it's amazing the things we forget as time passes. All good. Always good to look back. Oh, yes. Those live streams that you showed with QB demanding, or not demanding, asking politely from Aileen what Bash's real name was. And then and also that's a lesson in how information can be so.
I never watch Craig, so I can't say for sure, but I don't really think Craig is the problem. I think the toxicity is the problem. I was listening to Elevated Truth earlier because I couldn't change the channel because I had paint all over my hands. And I think it was Elevated Truth. And he was playing Britney. Or it was Clue playing Britney. I apologize. Clue playing Britney. And Britney and Craig were talking. This is a couple that's been together for like 14 years. Do you know she knew nothing about him? And he knew nothing about her? And I'm saying to myself, how is this even possible? How are you with this man for 14 years and you don't know that he smoked before you? I thought they went to high school together. It was so strange. How do you spend that much time together and together for that long and not know basic stuff? Very weird. Like, very weird. I just thought that was strange.
So bad. The name that QB got back was Athena, which was hilarious because that was the name. She was looking for some woman's government name, and she got the woman's cat's name.
See, hey, Fairytale, I don't get the whole hold on. I get it when she's sleeping, but I truly don't understand why her subs put up with the constant hold. I could not deal with it at all. I couldn't. Don't fucking tell your audience continually hold. That's embarrassing. And her subs just keep enabling it.
I mean, you can't write this shit. It was fucking really slick, but also very telling. Very telling. Like before QB was like just a sputtering volcano of bull. But they trusted her enough and were sending pictures of their children to her. Charlie says, Sinner, she wasn't reviewing Brit. She was reviewing Granny's Watching and Captain when it came up and took a detour. Oh.
Thank you. Whoever just told Sinner the truth. Thank you.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll have to look at that. What's up, Marlene? It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Lisa's in the house. All right, Narcos Clips, what's up? Good to see you. Iris Troopers and Iris Mom is in the house. Just because I parked at Jet's Pizza doesn't mean I went next door to Buffalo Wild Wings. This biatch is just ignorant. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Zero Jules, always a pleasure to have you. Classing up the chat a little bit. One thing I would say is to Laura is when Wispy clipped you sniffing and alluding you were taking drogos, how did you feel? I remember that. I do remember that.
And I handled it. I didn't go around saying Wispy's just doing this for views. I didn't fucking go to everybody and lie to them. I said she's out of her fucking mind. I haven't touched cocaine in forever. But you keep thinking that, Wispy. And that was it. It was done. And she was so insistent, I called her a fucking moron. I think my words were a little tougher than that. But I saw her nodding out. I saw Cam and Allie do it. Like, don't use scenarios that you are reading in chat that you don't understand.
And I just assumed here's what's fucked up. I absolutely assumed that Laura partied, and that was none of my business. I didn't even judge her for that. Like, who cares? But it's a whole different thing what they're trying to do to Britney. I don't give a fuck what anyone's on. I mean, just listen to the people at the Hive, man. They're all wasted.
But I'm not at the Hive, Sinner. I have nothing to do with the fucking Hive. Nor do I ever want to have anything to do with the Hive. Stop putting me in that category. I'm not in that category. I am my own fucking person.
Every single one of them. Like, if we're gonna start filing police reports on people who are slurring or sound like they're fucking.
Who the fuck said anything about filing a police report? Did you know Britney accused me of calling CPS on her? I don't think you knew that either. Nobody in your chat is telling you that either. And Denise, thank you for bringing that up. People, it kind of reminds me of battered wife syndrome in the sense that if there was a YouTuber, Tony, I'm going to use you as an example just because I am. If I knew that Tony Fire, let's say Tony was a creator, if I knew that Tony was getting the shit kicked out of her every single night by her boyfriend or a husband or whatever, and I knew I couldn't help her, but I'm going to call it out. I'm not going to shame her. I'm not going to do anything to, pile on a wagon, but I am going to let her know, look, I know what's going on. You didn't bang into a fucking wall. You didn't get hit by a car. I know your husband is doing this. You need to get help. But you have to be honest that it's your husband doing this. That's what's happening, Sinner. And I'm not the only one that sees that. People that, had domestic violence in their life, or people that have gotten the shit kicked out of them by their spouse, which I have not. But if someone got their shit kicked out of them by their spouse, they could recognize what was happening to Tony Fire, and they would call it out. And they wouldn't call it out to shame her, but they would call her out to let her know, look, we've been there. We're here. But you got to be honest. Saying that you bashed into a fucking tree is not going to fly anymore. You need to be honest with us, and you got our help if you are. It's the same scenario. And maybe because you're not a female, you don't really understand it. But it would be the exact same thing with the domestic violence. Nobody is out to hurt Britney. Nobody is out to get Britney. But many recovering addicts or psychologists, however way you want to look at it, want her to stop pretending to be a victim and start owning her problem. And maybe when she owns a problem, she will get more self-respect and get the fuck out of that relationship with a deadbeat father, a deadbeat dad. It is the most toxic shit that you can see, and we're watching it right in front of our eyes. Enabling her and enabling him, saying, rah-rah Britney, rah-rah Craig, you're not being her friend. Shady is not being her friend. That's not a friend. Friends call shit out. Friends will say, look, I'm sorry, but Britney, you shouldn't do this, this, and this. And I've done that. And she just ignored it. She wants to be the victim. Well, now they made you the victim. And Shady, by the way, while I think of it, do you think Britney didn't do really dirty shit with Natasha Cooper? A lot more than that someone was sitting up on a panel. She did really dirty shit with fucking Natasha Cooper. Ask Granny. Ask TT. Ask Angela. Well, Angela wouldn't tell you now, but yeah. She was a dirty bird. But I know that doesn't matter to you, Shady.
And that they might be buzzed up, then we're gonna be wasting a lot of fucking tax money. I tell you that. Here, let me look at chat really quick. I think I said hello to Lindsay Lee. All right, let's get through a little bit more.
Exactly right, Amy. It's not even, you know what it is? It's not even fix your life. Just admit it. Just own it. And your support will be tenfold. Tenfold. Just admit it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Admit it. Stop lying. Stop lying to your subs. Stop lying to people that are calling you out. And just own it. And you do that, you will have more support than you could ever imagine. Way more than you have now. Take accountability, exactly. Just so much more support. But she won't do that. And that's why many of us are like, she's not a fucking victim anymore. I don't know if Shady is an old lady. I know Hartley is. I don't know if Shady is.
Or it seems like you guys are interested in this. I missed this. I guess this was 6 hours ago.
Thought you didn't fall asleep on streams. Why are you hiding falling asleep? Why is she hiding everything? I'll tell you why. Because that's active addiction. People that are in active addiction lie, and more lie. And they lie to cover up their own addiction. It's addiction 101.
But lie, pill popping liar. Geez, man. Holy cow. So there's some really fucking, those are fighting words, dude.
Sinner, these are facts. These are facts about addiction. And I'm sorry that you don't understand that, but this is all factual. I am not saying anything to be mean. I am not saying anything to be cruel. I'm not going off the deep end. This is facts. And again, sinner, once you get further in your recovery, you will understand this. But until you get there, you're not going to understand. But I don't know why you keep saying things that you're 100% wrong on. Those of you that are over in Moon's chat that are like, we don't like what Laura had to say, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I don't care. You obviously don't understand addiction, lying with addiction, how it all works, the cycles, and hopefully you don't know. And it's okay if you don't know. But if you do know, and you're sitting there telling me I'm wrong,
it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough because I mean, anybody that's going to be an expert, like it's almost like, I don't know.
Not only do I have a psychology degree, a bachelor's in psychology, but so that's education, but I'm also a fucking addict. And I've been clean since 2008. I do know what the fuck I'm talking about, sinner. I dealt with addicts half my life. My kid's father was an addict until the day he died, and he died because of drugs. I know what I'm talking about, sinner. I'm sorry that you just don't get it. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But you just don't get it. And if I was the only person saying this, I could see where he's, getting where he's talking from. Sinner, any addict here will tell you that I'm right. Every single addict here, recovered addict, not active addiction, will tell you that I'm right. I'm not saying anything that's not proven by textbook or proven by living. You're making it out like I'm saying something that's so far off the chart. And I'm literally talking Addiction 101. It's so easy to find.
What a strange proposition. Here's what I have to say about something, and if anyone disagrees with me, then they're crazy.
No, I never said they were crazy. I said then they don't understand addiction. Because again, you can look up everything that I'm saying. Literally. You can say, do active addiction, do they lie? Will they lie to cover up their addiction? Will they every single point that I'm making, ChatGPT it. Go Google it. You will see that every single thing I'm saying about this that you keep telling me I don't have a right to say or that I'm wrong and how dare I say it. Dude, it's out there. The information is out there. Just look it up. Before you sit there and down me, just go look it up. And you will see Laura's right on all these points. And every addict will tell you I'm right on all these points. Jules, licensed psychologist, will tell you I'm right on all these points. I'm not coming to you. These facts that I'm stating, Sinner, are not the ones I pull out of the air. These aren't ones that is an opinion, or I would say it was an opinion. I'm telling you, these are facts that you can look up in any textbook, any addiction, any counseling. I can't say it enough. You sound stupid. You do. You sound dumb because you're acting like I'm making this stuff up or that the stuff I'm saying couldn't be double checked. It can all be double checked, and I'm 100% correct. Thank you, Amy. Sinner acts like he has no fucking idea about addiction. Maybe that's because he's still struggling and refuses to believe not just about himself, but about other addicts too, whatever addiction it is. Excellent point. I truly believe that BJ is even addicted to being a victim. Possibly. She brings so much stuff on herself, even YouTube she's addicted to, she can't take one day off. Buttercup, I think she can't take one day off because Craig doesn't bring in any money. That's what I think. How the two of them spend so much time together, I don't know. Why would you want to spend that much time with someone? I mean, that teeters in, it's none of my business, but I can't imagine spending that much time with somebody all the time. That would suck. I mean, I worked with someone where we both worked out of the house, and when he was in town, I would work one room, he would work another room. We worked for the same company. And it was hard because I'm like, all right, I'm going to shut the door because I just kind of need time away from you. I couldn't imagine being with someone 24/7. He sounds like he's been drinking Britney's Kool-Aid. I don't know. I have not watched him at all.
I mean, that's simply, I mean, you're leaving no room for debate about anything. You're just like, I'm right and everyone else is wrong.
Sinner, there is no debate. Facts are facts. Like it or not, facts are facts. They're not debatable. It's like you can't tell me that 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4. 2 plus 2 equals fucking 4, whether you like it or not. Whether you want to say that it equals something else. No. 2 plus 2 equals 4, period. End of story. These are the facts about addiction. I'm not making them up. I'm not, pulling them out of the air. These are facts that you can look up and confirm everything I'm saying.
And it's bad business. That's what that is. I mean,
I question how much about addiction you actually know. I am dumbfounded at some of the people and some of the comments that I saw in Moon's chat. And I wasn't even there long. I was only in there for about 15 minutes. And then Moon does a poll.
So Flo Mama in the house. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I think I just had a mosquito buzz into my friggin' ear. If you hear me,
Sinner absolutely is drinking Britney's Kool-Aid. 100%.
slapping myself, don't worry. Yeah, I think it's just a horrible, it's sort of a bad faith argument to say.
No, but Granny lives with her parents. There's a big difference. Granny's parents support her and her kids.
Here's what I have to say about this, and this is my, and not knowing, I mean, for sure, not knowing whether what she's saying is a fact or not. Just saying this is absolutely true, and because of my experience in life, that anyone who disagrees with me is just a stupid.
See, Sinner, you're putting words in that I never said. I never said anybody was stupid. I never said anyone was crazy. I never said that you're an asshole if you don't agree with me. What I'm saying is go look up my facts and you will see that all my facts are correct. What makes you an idiot is if you're going to sit here, you or anybody else are going to sit here and act like I'm pulling this out of the fucking air and that I'm wrong. That's your problem. That's where stupidity comes in. Before you sit there and tell me how wrong I am, why don't you go look it up?
That's, I mean, to me, you've already lost the argument, Laura, with that, because that means you're not willing to have a, to see another side of it, or to maybe.
Again, I give the 2 plus 2 example. I'm not going to debate you that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Because no matter how you look at it, 2 plus 2 equals 4. The facts that I gave are facts about addiction. They're undeniable. There's nothing to argue. There's nothing to debate. There's nothing to have a conversation about. They're facts.
Leave some room for you not knowing at all what the fuck is happening in a stranger's house. I mean, there's that part. This is in no way in defense of Moon. I haven't seen her live stream or whatever this actually spawns from. It spawns from the pits of drama.
There's a poll that says, should we block Laura? Don't worry, Moon. I'll never be in your fucking chat again. You'll never hear from me again. I will never contact you again. I will not fuck with you again. You don't have. I know, because Granny lies, but Granny 100% lives with her parents. Don't worry about it. I see exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it, and I don't fuck with fake like that. Sorry, not sorry. Angela was one of the people that just turned on Britney so
Mama Angie, thanks so much for being here.
Badly. Gave Queen Bee all this mod talk and all these messages and all this other stuff. And sticking up for Queen Bee didn't work out for Moon, did it? Well, now what's she gonna do? So she goes over to Britney. Stoned as a motherfucker last night. It was hard to listen to. But Moon admits she gets high. Hey, Yarn. Moon admits she gets high. And
I mean, Laura, do you get high? Do you get high? Hey, man.
no, Sinner, I don't get high. Sorry, gave that up a long time ago. It was difficult to listen to last night on Britney's. But point being, and now all of a sudden Moon is all rah-rah Britney. She wasn't when she was sticking up for QB. That's the kind of shit I don't roll with. That's the kind of attitude. I know, how will I ever go on being Black to Moons? Hey, Chainsaw. You know, and like everyone warned me about.
Hey, Chainsaw. That's crazy. Anyways, what's up, Grain? Good to see you. Sorry if I missed anyone in the hellos. What's up, Ebony? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. We're listening to Laura. I'm not sure what she's doing. I'm still trying to figure that part out. As soon as I figure out what she's doing, I'll let you know. Chronicle says, I know Amanda too. Amanda T, I did too. Oh, I didn't miss the first part. I was looking for something and that came up. I thought I would share, shaking my head. Justin RN is in the house. Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. I don't want to be anti-Laura, but this is whack, dude. All I know is Britney's under a lot of... Yes, I read that one already. I agree with you. Motherfuckers.
Chronicle, why are you fucking lying? My chat wasn't talking about her kids at all. Prove it, bitch. You are such a fucking liar. Show me where my chat was talking about her kids. That is a blatant fucking lie. You rage bait so much. Because I'm pretty sure that you would put out a video if the chat was so horrible talking about Britney's kids. You're such a fucking liar.
And there's Marlena. Okay, let's watch a little more.
About Moon and blah, blah, blah. And, I was like, no, I told Sinner he was wrong. And, I'm not saying anything bad about her. But I see how she is as a YouTuber. And that's not...
Wait, told Sinner I was wrong. What the fuck? Hold on. What's that about?
What I fuck with. Like I said, I don't do fake. I don't do sub poaching, where I'm just going to be nice to someone so I can get their subs, so I can get their big money spenders. That's not me, and that will never be me. And like I said, I just don't roll like that at all. And Lindsay, I'm also against everything that happened to Britney. Nobody said otherwise.
Dude, okay. All right, let's just assume for a second that's true. Then just calling her a pill-popping liar at the beginning of this live stream. I mean, how do you think that helps her?
Sinner, you're not understanding. Help her with what? I don't owe Britney anything. And I think that's where this disconnect may come from. I don't owe Britney anything. I'm sorry, but I don't. Britney has never done jack shit for me. And she's lucky that I gave her months and months and months of support, even without ever even being recognized for fucking helping her and for backing her against these fucking trash losers. Like, nobody's against her. And everyone's saying, everyone in your chat that's sitting there like, well, she is, even if she is on drugs, blah, blah, blah. Sinner, go watch what she did on a live stream. She fucking nodded out and over and over and over and then lied about it. She allegedly had a cam slip. I don't think she had a cam slip. I think fucking Craig did that to her. I truly do. How many times can her kid scream in the background, Mom, wake up? Oh, I wasn't sleeping. No, you were fucking nodded out. Big difference.
Seriously. Talk about empowering women, am I right?
I'm not here to empower an addict. Maybe that's what you guys do, Sinner. That's not what I'm going to do. Again, if she wants to come clean and tell the truth of why she was nodding out, she has my support 100%. And I know that she'll have other people's support 100%. But if you're going to sit there and lie to everybody, that's a problem. I don't care if she's on drugs. It's not my house. It's not my kid. It's not my kids. But maybe, just maybe, if she owns it, maybe then she can get the help she needs to get the fuck out of this toxic relationship that could kill her one day. But nobody thinks like that. You, Shady, Grain, you don't think like that. You think, oh my God, she's being bullied, when there's so much more to it. You enable someone like that and keep them in a toxic relationship. Because, I don't know if he hits her. I don't know what goes on between them. I have no idea. I don't know if, he hits the kids. I have no clue. It's not my house. It's not my business. But I'm not going to watch somebody slowly kill themselves and not say a word about it. And I'm not going to watch somebody have themselves, forget everyone else, have themselves in such a toxic relationship and not try to help. Enabling her, being nicey nice like you guys are, that's not helping. All she's doing is continuing to manipulate you. And I'm sorry that you don't see it.
Aye, aye, aye.
And I've said that multiple times. But that doesn't take away from the fact of what I said about Brittany being on prescription pills. Plain and simple. The two do not have to, you can have two things that are true. Brittany, it was a victim of harassment. Hands down. Totally
Yep.
never took that away from her.
What do you mean
But
took
there
it away
comes a
from her? It's not like a fucking badge of honor. It's not like a fucking... What? Take it away?
No, but Brittany wears it as a badge of honor, Sinner. Brittany uses that for sympathy. Brittany uses that for people like you and Shady to kiss her fucking ass. Hey, Amber. And to keep riding for her while she's lying to you. And I'm sorry for trying to be your friend and looking out for you. And I'm sorry for trying to have your back for you to say, stop enabling her. Stop. Let her come out and be honest with herself and everybody else. Because when that happens, the whole world will open up to her. And she will be able to fucking get the help she needs.
I know what she's saying. It's just sometimes the words are strange to me. Not from Laura, just from YouTubers.
Comes a point in everybody's career, she could have stopped it. But instead, she kept going and going and going and going. Hence, where they are now, where she is now. There's a big difference between being a victim and not aiding and abetting it. And
aiding and abetting. Ooh, that's an atrocious destruction of a legal term. It's not aiding and abetting, my friend.
I have said always, she definitely was a victim. But at this point, this is no longer victimhood because she keeps feeding into it. Jules did a live last night that
What's up, Remy? Good to see you. Hope you're well.
was awesome. I mean, she did it like 1 o'clock in the morning. And she talked about all of this. And she also talked about that there's a lot of people that truly care for Brittany. But Brittany wants to insult a lot of people's intelligence to keep bringing in that mighty dollar instead of...
All right. Pill-popping liar who insults people's intelligence. Check, check, check. Seems very mean. This all seems very mean.
Of admitting what's really going on. Now, I don't know anything about Craig. I can't say anything about Craig. I've never watched him. I've never watched him on TikTok. That's her personal life. I don't give a fuck what goes on with Craig or anything else. But what I do see is somebody that needs help. And that's because they won't be honest with themselves. And if they're not honest with themselves, they're not going to be honest with their subscribers. They're not going to be honest with their...
This is deep, man. If you're not going to be honest with yourself, man, you're not going to be honest with your subscribers. I mean, it's easy to say things that are just, you can't disagree with them. But saying that Brittany J is that way, I feel like it's a little bit unfair, being that you don't fucking know her. She's a stranger and you only know her from YouTube. I mean, doesn't it come down to that? I mean, holy shit. I mean, even just saying, and I don't really care too much about what Craig does. Like, why don't you say her boyfriend or her fiance or what the fuck ever? You have to say his name like as though there's some personal closeness between you. This is a problem we all have. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. A couple of these bitches I really know well though, so don't get me wrong. I understand sometimes, but like, sheesh, oh peesh. What? She's not bringing in a lot of money. I was actually really surprised whenever she had Ellie up there and nobody super chatted her. That would be like the time you'd imagine you would get super chats. And I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
with their audience. And again, I don't know how she treats her kids. I don't know how she is as a mom. I don't know any of that, nor do I care. That's not what I pointed out. What I pointed out is that she is on prescription pills and probably taking too many of them to not out like that. And the fact that she's still denying it is an insult to any addict out there. It is an insult
I don't know.
to anybody that is maybe struggling right now.
I don't think, really, you see, this is what's happening. They're making Brittany J a fucking celebrity, you guys. What the fuck? This is crazy. You'd swear to God that she has a platinum record.
Sinner, for the 19th fucking time, nobody is doing that. Let me show you, Sinner, since you obviously missed it. So let me show you what the fuck happened. And let me also state, she looks like she's fucking dead. Literally. You see those fucking eyes, Sinner? Not the greatest video, but you get the idea. Alright, you want to see that again? I'll have to get the original video. Yeah, but Tinker, she put it on YouTube. Don't blame people that are calling it out. I don't mean her haters. I'm talking me, Jules, Six Up. She put it out here. We see it with our own fucking eyes. This isn't a scenario of oh my God, we think she's on something. She put it out here. And it goes way back. 3 weeks ago, Brittany J cries victim and admits to sleeping on lives. Dirty delete. Cam slips sleeping and partying. 2 days ago. Brittany J falls asleep 5 months ago. BJ snoozes while video loops for 20 minutes 5 months ago. Brittany J fell asleep 4 months ago. Brittany J 9 days ago. On camera, no sound. Falling asleep or nodding. Let me see what this one looks like. Oh, I hate playing Wispy. She put this out here. Not me, not anyone else. She did it. And I agree with that too. It's not me, not you. So she was talking and then all of a sudden falls asleep again. She's putting this out here, Tinker, not anybody else. Mid-sentence, she just fucking falls asleep. That's not sleeping. That's nodding out. And here's what I find interesting. Her phone's not even on. Like, does she have her phone backwards or something? Why is there a screen on the other side? I mean that honestly. Why is there a screen on the other side? It's fucking weird. BJ falling asleep again 9 days ago. I definitely won't play her. If you guys get the idea.
Alright, here we go with this. So, hold on. So, BJ has seen this video 3 times now and made us wait 8 minutes to watch it. Let's see what kind of insight she's going to give us.
Yeah, well, he's a germaphobe. Remember, he has a show. Yeah, he wouldn't have done that. He would have waited. Yeah, that's true. If that's him, though, the day after, and he really did. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get just about, I mean. It was so shocking to her, put her right to sleep.
Okay, beautiful. I'm gonna have to call it a night.
Yeah.
I have to go to bed. I have to be up at 6.
I have to go to the dentist tomorrow too. Yeah.
Yes, Polydesk will wait and do the rest tomorrow. Well, I do appreciate you guys for tonight and over on the backup channel. You're welcome, so. Okay, well, I love you guys. I hope you have a good night. Love you too, y'all too. Good night. Good night. Night, Ma Michelle. Ma Michelle. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I guess end it out. This is part 1. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go through more. We got interviews. Steve Gonzalez has a good interview that we haven't went through yet. All right, I was looking. Can you guys click that? Give me a good chance. All right,
Jeez Louise.
Super chats and members.
Yeah, she says nothing for the next 4 minutes and it finally ends. Megan, I think, goes up there and shuts the fucking talking.
She's still confused why people are talking about her.
Yeah.
Either reason, I'm not sure.
They said that went on for over 8 minutes. That was 4 months ago. You see my point here? But the worst one was what we saw that day. All right, let me just point something out. Look at how different she looked 1 year ago.
Are you a social media gossip pro? 2 ADHD. Are you a grudge holding expert? I mean, I can hold a grudge. I may be a little guilty as charged on that one. Ooh, you have become the grudge holder. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That was 1 year ago. Okay? Now look at her today.
So
That was 3 weeks ago. 1 year? That's a big, big difference for 1 year. And honestly, I don't think anyone's pointed that out. And that's not like weight gain or anything. That's fucking skin coloring, aging. But that's only 1 year. She looks like she's aged like 5 years. That's drugs. Sorry, not sorry. Let me pull up the other one too. Hold on.
what is your social?
Look at that difference. 1 year. Come on. Brittany, get help. And again, that's not shaming her. I want her to get help.
What is your social media personality? Are you a drama addict?
One year. Everything about her is completely different in 1 year. It really is alarming. And it makes me sit back like, want to help her even more. Why is she fat? I don't know. A lot of people are fat. But look at even the coloring in her lips. She looks dead here. And this was 3 weeks ago. That's a huge difference. I know nobody could do it for her. She yelled at us for giving a crap and hasn't stopped acting like it. That's true. And like someone could say that's a filter. I don't think you could have two filters. And I know this is a filter. But that wouldn't change your face. But that's a huge fucking difference. It's sad. I know it. But like I'm saying, this isn't I know a lot of fat people on drugs. Fairy tale, I was thinking the exact same thing. That she had green eyes here. Here they're dark and brown and no life at all in this photo. And this isn't even the camp slip. This was 3 weeks ago. Her face changed. Her whole look changed. her life changed, like her, the life inside of her. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sit back and watch someone do this to themselves and not try to help them. Not try to say anything. No spark, yeah. Not try to say anything. Not try to, sometimes tough love is the only thing that works. And to see her go from this to this in a year, don't fucking tell me I'm crazy. Don't fucking tell me she's not using drugs. Prescription pills, I'll say. That's true. Her speech has changed. She wasn't on screen before, but you can hear her. That happens to a lot of people, though, fairy tale. I'm kind of in that category too, so there's that. Oh. But I don't think it's her content. I think it's pills. I do. But anyone's gonna sit here and tell me that she's not using? Get the fuck out of here. It is sad to see how much life is in her skin and in her face in this one. And forget the rosy cheeks. That's probably just part of the thing. But just her eyes, everything. Let me see if I can find something else. Hold on.
What is your social media personality?
She removed a lot of her videos, I guess. These are all filters. See, even with filters, though, she still had life in her. Okay. So we're going to look at this one. And the reason we're looking at this one is because... No, she doesn't have a face tattoo. That was a filter. Here's one from I don't know when. Oh, I lost it. But the lighting is not good. The lighting is not good. It's black and white. And you can still see how much more life she has in this photo, in this video. Her face just has life.
I've just been thinking about a lot of stuff lately and just about the toxicity of this platform. How everybody's always trying to break each other down. And I thought I want to do something different. I want to...
5 months ago. 5 months ago, this video was done. And 5 months ago, she had life to her. Oh, am I speaking to myself? Yeah. She had life to her. 5 months ago. Black and white video. You could still see her lips had life. Her eyes still had life. So, Brittany, I'm going to put this out there. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to be honest with yourself, I am here for you. I will help you any way possible. You need a sponsor? You got one. You need anything? I'm there. But you got to be honest. I'm not a hater. I'm just a recovered addict. who wants to save the world. I don't know. I don't want to save the world, but you know what I mean. But to see how much life in her was 5 months ago as compared to now, and people could say, oh, it's stress, it's this. No, that's not stress. That's drugs. And people get mad at me when I say drugs. I'm going to say prescription pills. Because, again, I don't think she's shooting dope or anything. I really don't. But I do think it's prescription pills. And like I said, she's got a whole community of people that will back her 100% if she's honest. That's it. Just be honest. And I guarantee you, Jules will help you. Everybody will help you. We'll help you get out of your toxic relationship. We can be sponsors. We're here for it. We got you. But be honest. Be honest with yourself 100%. Forget the rest of us. Definitely forget your haters. Just fucking be honest. Because nobody can help you until you're honest with yourself. And I mean that 100%. There was a girl named Sarah who used to be in this community. And we went back and forth. But when she wanted to get clean, guess who was the first one to be there? I said, Sarah, I am here for you. Forget all our bullshit. You want to talk? I'm here. I'm glad you're sober. And she ended up ODing and dying, unfortunately. But you know what? I did my best. I tried as best as I could to be there for her and help her. And when she did die, I know that I was not one of her enablers. I know that I looked in a mirror and know that I did the best that I could. And I tried. And that's how I feel about Brittany. I'm not saying Brittany's going to OD. But anyone in active addiction, I was too, Denise. I really thought she was going to come through. Serendipity, yeah. I don't ever want to see, like, all right, for example, Brittany says now, you know, her kids are fine, they're not taking her kids away. Well, Cam and Allie said the same thing. Cam and Allie said, they're not taking our kids. I don't know why you guys are calling CPS, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? They took their kids and they've never gotten them back. Don't be so sure that CPS couldn't take your kids eventually. And I agree with some comments that said that a lot of times CPS could be, you know, it could hurt the kids more. I do agree with that. But hey, look how many times CPS was called on Summer Wells' family. Many times before the kids were actually taken. So, never say never. And don't think that eventually CPS couldn't do something. But to Sinner, to Shady, to all these assholes, or clowns, I should say, that think that I'm the enemy, that I'm jumping on a bandwagon, show me one hater that reached out to Brittany and said that, hey, you know what? I got your back 110% if you get clean. None of them. And I'm sure many of you that are enabling her don't really give a fuck. Because if you did, you'd try to help her, not enable her. And that's the main difference between me and you guys. Not you guys, over there. Staying quiet is not the answer. Staying quiet and not opening your mouth and trying to help someone is not the answer. Because again, if God forbid Brittany OD'd, knock on wood 1,000 times, but if God forbid Brittany OD'd, how are you going to feel? You can't look in a mirror and say that you've done your best. You can't look in a mirror and say you should have tried to stop it. You can't look in a mirror and say, you did everything you can. But you know who can? Me and Shady. I'm sorry, not Shady. Me and Jules and Six Up. We have, and Bree and many people in this community can honestly say that I tried to help. I put, feelers out there. I wanted her to face reality. And that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to put it in their face. Look, you're not manipulating us. We know what the fuck you're doing. Now change it. And we're here for you when you're ready to change it. Hopefully it's not too late. And if that makes me a horrible person, then I'll wear that crown proudly. And if people can't understand that, that's not my problem. But again, I'm not a hater at all. I'm a recovered addict that wants to see no addict suffer. I don't want to see anybody in active addiction. And when it's unfolding right before my fucking eyes, it's very hard not to. Sherry, I agree with you. But I said something to her about her kids a long time ago. I said, Brittany, why are your kids up at like 1 o'clock in the morning? Tony, like your kids should be sleeping. Oh, that's another thing. People talk about this self-diagnosis thing. Wouldn't that change in school? Phoenix wasn't diagnosed by a doctor for a while, but then when he started school, they diagnosed him. But he kind of had another diagnosis from a mental health professional. But so people are like going at Brittany about not having a diagnosis. She doesn't need a diagnosis. Like a diagnosis only gets her kid more benefits at school, but she would be able to, like the school would be able to determine it. So that's why I'm a little confused on that. Exactly, Denise. I want to see her happy. She's not happy. She's miserable. That's obvious. And she can run around saying she's so happy and she's not. It's more than evident. I mean, she just lost everything. That's not stress. I mean, because think about it. And I've been there, so I know what it's like. She's got a couple of channels going after her. She doesn't need to watch them. She doesn't need to know what's going on. She doesn't need to embrace it or engage in it. So some of her stress is her own. When I didn't want to be stressed out, I didn't watch my haters. Hartley recently put out videos about me. Guess who didn't watch them? I didn't. Wendy V made a video recently about every horrible thing I ever did. You know who didn't watch it? Myself. Why would I want to watch it? Because it would stress me out? And that's another thing, which I meant to say earlier. People talk about Craig, and they talk about that it's Craig's fault. Brittany is a grown adult. Brittany needs to take responsibility for Brittany. So I'm not going to blame Craig because Brittany has 5 kids. I think 2 of them live with her. Some of them live with her mom, I believe. Why, I have no idea. And nor do I care. But she's in her 30s with 5 kids. You should be thinking about them more than your haters. And if this is your only money line and this is how you make your living, then you definitely shouldn't be worried about the haters. You're not forced to watch them. You're not forced to listen to anything they have to say. You just don't have to. And you know what that does? It makes you not stressed out. He is in his own addiction, exactly. She needs to get the fuck away from him. But one thing at a time. Oh, a mom passed? So where do her kids live? I thought her kids lived with the mom. Her other kids. I don't know. I guess I'm being nosy. When did her mom pass? But that's a big thing, though, that I think people forget. She doesn't have to watch it. Oh, with the dad's mom. Where's the dad? What happened to the dad? Where's the dad? Oh, he died years ago? Oh, so I guess when she said the dad's mom or grandma, I just assumed it was her mom. I don't know why, but are they all the same dad? Not that I'm not judging. I have kids from different dads. Like it's a sad scenario, but she can do better. She can get out of it. And all this stuff on YouTube, she can ignore. I've done it. I still do it. If something stresses you out, don't do it. It's like, if lifting your arm hurts, don't lift your arm. It's that simple. Hey, Cinnamon. If YouTube is stressing you out and it's how you make a living, then don't watch the haters. That's it. Don't acknowledge them. Don't talk to them. Just fucking blow it off. I know she's live. She's been live for hours. I don't know if she's nodding off, but yeah, she's been live. Said her brother likes guys. I don't care if her brother's gay. Lots of people like guys. I don't blame her brother. I like guys too. It's Craig's house and Craig's kids, right? See, I don't know. I could go on and on about my personal feelings on the situation with moms who get with a new guy and then their other kids go live somewhere else, but I'm not going there. Her dynamic is not her personal dynamic is not my thing, you know. And then I'll end up getting in trouble with my own thoughts. So we're not going to go there. That maybe the best situation for her is, her kids being away from her. Maybe that's best for the kids. It is what it is. But, right, Denise? I like guys too. Too old to like it. Denise, you're not that old. Stop. But, so I'm not even going to bother playing the rest of Sinner. We get the idea. But I actually heard it was rougher than what I just heard, so I'm not as mad as I was when I first started. But unfortunately, he's still clueless. And if you didn't see, Jules is coming on my panel, I think Tuesday night. But tomorrow night, members, Patreons, tomorrow night we're going to run The Conjuring. I couldn't do it tonight because I had to paint. And I've literally been working like 12-hour days. Someone said she nodded out on TikTok. Does she have a TikTok? Don't you think she became more aggressive after that story of Craig and the TikTok flirting? I like Jules too. Hey, Six Up. I played your daughter earlier. I think your daughter did a phenomenal job. But what I was like weirded out about was when Jules did yesterday. Jules was talking about like how Family Annihilators and Chris Watts and Barry Morphy. I'm like, why the fuck is she comparing Craig to these murderers? What is wrong with her? And then your daughter said the same thing about Family Annihilators. I was like, holy shit. So that's what made me play it in the first place. I was like, oh my God. That's exactly what Jules said. And I guess Jules wasn't crazy. Cinnamon, that's exactly what it's like, is Cam and Alley. Except Brittany's not on the hard drugs that Cam and Alley were. Yeah, Jules did this whole live. I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but Jules did this whole live talking about Family Annihilators and Barry Morphew and Chris Watts. And I was like, she's going off the chart. Look, Craig may be an alcoholic. He's not a family annihilator. And then your daughter said the same thing. I was so freaked out. I was like, guys, you got to hear this. Six Up's daughter came on. And one thing your daughter also discussed, which I fucking loved, was the impact on the kids. I didn't grow up in a house like that. Like, I was the black sheep, basically. And none of my relatives are, like, hard addicts or anything. So, I don't know what that's dynamic is like from a personal experience. So, I don't look at it like that. And when your daughter said it, it really hit home. Like, you know, I never really thought of the impact of a child with a drunk mom or an addict mom who's always high. Like, you read about it, you see movies about it, and my son dealt with it, but not in the same way. Like, he never knew his dad was on drugs. I mean, he did because he did, but he never had to clean him up or pick him up or anything. Like, and just hearing her and hearing her speak about it was like, wow, I never looked at it like that. And when she said, like, Brittany's kids are going to be adult kids one day, I was like, wow, I never thought of that either. And that's so true. Yeah, tomorrow the movie's going to be 8 p.m. I will post a link for member Discord on my community wall. But yeah, Six Up, she was great. I would love to have her have you guys come on Tuesday with Jules. Jules said she's going to come on Tuesday and we're all going to discuss it. I think your daughter and Jules together would be fucking amazing. Her look is trying to be more like Clue. That's why oh, did she darken her hair? And wears dark colored tint on her lips? I don't know why anybody would want to look like Clue. I think she's changing her looks. People don't notice as much. I don't know. It breaks my heart to see what I saw on. I love scary movies. it breaks my heart to see how much she's changed in a year. There's just no life in her anymore. And that's horrible to see. But I also don't know why anyone would want to look like Clue. Like, who the fuck wants to look like Clue? No thanks. That's one person I would not want to look like. Just saying. But it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I had dummy me drank Mountain Dew at like fucking 5 o'clock tonight. So I'm kind of awake. I gotta fall asleep. I gotta get to bed. But if you guys have Kroger's is back with caramel apples. Caramel apple lollipops. They are the bomb. I eat them all the time. I don't really think they have much apple in them, but they're like green apple and caramel. They're so good. Highly recommend them. I'm sure other places have them, but they only have them during Halloween time. But yeah, caramel apples, they're the bomb. Alright, on that note, I'm out. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, sharp. And I will post the link. Any member or Patreon, the movie is The Conjuring, The Last Rites. If you're not a member and you want to see the movie, well, I paid $27 for Dayton to take his girlfriend to see it tonight. Membership is only $2.99. A ticket to the movies is $15. So there you go. You're saving money. I can't believe it's 3 in the morning. Alright, I'm out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, hype this video. And Brittany, again, you have my full support if you own it and you admit it and you want to get help. If you want to get help, I'm here for you. If you want to, I don't know how else to say it. I want you to get help. And you have a whole community of people behind you if you want the help. And if you don't want the help, then so be it. There's nothing I can do. So there's that. Bye, guys. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night, and peace out, bean sprouts.